Here comes the nutrition in the animals. Now we all know that the animals are the heterotrophic organisms. It means they will be dependent on the other organism in order to take the food, and that other organisms can be the plant or animals or both. Now first thing which starts in the nutrition in the animals is the process of digestion. Now digestion is actually the breakdown of food that we are taking in into the simpler substance. Now why it is necessary for the food to be broken down into the simpler substance? Because our body or our cell cannot absorb the complex food material. So this complex food material has to be converted into simpler form. Now there are different ways of taking food. We all know that we chew the food, okay? In the same way, snails are also chewing the food, ants are scraping the food, hummingbirds are sucking the flowers. We all know that when they are sucking the flower, it is known as sucking. Housefly is brewing the food. Now let's start with the digestion in humans. In digestion in humans, the main things or main organs which are involved are first of all mouth or the buccal cavity, then food pipe or the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. We will learn in this whole chapter how these organs are taking part in our digestion. Now the human digestive system starts with the alimentary canal, and this alimentary canal containing these all organs. Here the diagram is showing that this is the location of mouth, then salivary glands are there, small intestine are there, large intestine, and pharynx and esophagus. Coming on the glands, now glands are actually the organs or the part of our body which are secreting something. Now the meaning of secreting something, it means they are synthesizing something, and that something is the digestive juice. The function of the digestive juice is to act on the food which we have eaten and to convert that food into the simpler form, which is actually the meaning of digestion. So there are 3 glands in our body. These glands are liver, pancreas, and the salivary gland. Coming on the digestive system, this digestive system is containing the alimentary canal and the digestive glands. So our whole digestive system is made up of these 2 things, that is alimentary canal and the digestive glands. First of all, let's start with the mouth. We all know that mouth is containing the upper lip and the inner lip is also there. Now the above part of the mouth is called the hard palate. The cheek region, where our cheeks comes, that region is known as buccal cavity or buccal region. Below the tongue there is a sublingual region, and this sublingual regions will be responsible for synthesizing the saliva which is required for the digestion of our food. Here we have ended the first part. In the second part we will learn about more organs which are involved in the digestive system. We have learned about the mouth or the buccal cavity. Now in the mouth or the buccal cavity, the process of ingestion starts. Ingestion means, look at the word in, it means we are taking in the food. So the process of taking in the food is known as ingestion. Clear? Now when we are taking in the food, we all know that we are taking in the food with our mouth. In mouth there are saliva present, and this saliva is secreted by the salivary glands, and these salivary glands are generally found near the tongue area. Now what is the use of saliva? It is making the food moist, and it is mixing the food with it and breaking down the starch. Now starch is present in the food we are taking in. Now starch in what type of food the starch will be present? That are wheat, rice. Okay, so this type of food will be containing the starch. So the saliva's function is to convert this starch or break this starch into simpler form. Clear? Now in our mouth there is tongue is also present. Now the function of the tongue is to mix the food with the saliva properly, and it will help in the swallowing the food inside our mouth. Another thing the tongue is having is the taste buds. We are having the 4 pairs of taste buds in our mouth. So taste buds which will help us to taste the food of anything which we are eating. Next comes is the teeth. Okay, so teeth we all know. First we all were having the milk teeth. So milk teeth start from our childhood and will fall at the age of 6 to 8. After they are falling, they will be called a permanent teeth. So permanent teeth, they generally do not fall off until and unless there is some different situation. Clear? So they remain for our lifetime. Now different types of teeth. When we are looking in our mouth, first of all the front teeth, okay, they are called the incisors. These incisors are also called the cutting and the biting teeth. It means when we are cutting something or when we are biting something, we will make use of these four teeth. Then comes the canines. The canines are present on the two corners near the incisors. Canines are called the peering or the tearing teeth. When we want to tear something, we will make use of canines. Then comes the another two pairs, that are the premolars. Premolars are called the grinding or the chewing teeth. When we take in the food in our mouth, then we start the process of grinding, and this grinding mainly works with the premolars. Then after that there are three pairs of the molars, and these molars are generally found in our adult age, so they are also the grinding teeth. Next comes is the tooth decay. Now we all know that जिसको अपन बोलते हैं दांतों में सड़न लग जाना. Clear? So why this tooth decay takes place? In tooth decay, what is happening? The teeth is getting damaged. How it is getting damaged? When we are not cleaning our mouth properly. Clear? At that moment the bacteria will be found in our mouth. The bacteria are always present in our mouth. Now the bacteria also need a food in order to live. So when we are not cleaning the mouth properly, they will feed on the leftover food which is present in our teeth, and this bacteria will start releasing the acid in our mouth, and this acid will start the tooth decay process. Clear? So mainly the tooth decay occurs when we are having a high sugar content food, soft drinks or the chocolates. Now here is the diagram which is showing that how the tooth decay takes place. First is the enamel lesion. Enamel is the white part. Okay, so when the bacteria start living over there, or the process of tooth decay starts, so enamel decay starts first. After the enamel decay has been completed, then comes the dentine decay. Dentine is the inner part of our teeth. So after dentine decay, there will be the pulp area which will be completely damaged or the completely decayed by the bacteria. So this is how the tooth decay in our mouth take place. Next comes is the esophagus. After the food has been chewed with our mouth properly, that food will now move from the neck region towards the chest region. Now the neck region and the chest region is completely covered with the esophagus. So function of the esophagus or the food pipe, the another name is the food pipe also, it is to carry this food towards the stomach. So esophagus is completely connected with the stomach. Clear? So this esophagus will move the food in the downward direction towards the stomach. Here we have completed the second part. In the third part we will learn about the remaining organs of our digestive system.